And let's see how it pans out. Pistol round underway. Maka has the molly and the smoke. And of course, as sAw, we all know, love their double dualies on Ujerks and Materis.
All right, a little bit of a fakey in towards B to accommodate this mid-split. Dilberettas go forward, but Jocko finds the first instantly. And now they're out for blood. Straight over the top of construction. It's all 3D max. They've got B for free.
And that should be pistol around done and dusted. sAw will probably just be looking to either save their Kevlar, maybe get that 350 helmet upgrade for a 4-spy in the following round, or just look for some kill bonuses. And looks like that's what Ujerks is definitely doing. But that is a lovely swing from Jocko. I've covered Jocko many a time on Vertigo. Back in the old days, the double pony days, like I mentioned, of course, he can put up some great numbers on this map and can be very explosive. That's what we're going to be looking for with 3D Max today. Of course, Vertigo does kind of lean to a sort of pack-based mentality in a way, especially on the T side, taking ramp as such. And we'll see if they can keep that up on the gun rounds rather than just the pistol. They'll clean up Roman nicely. That's interesting, of course. Usually, kind of meta kind of dictates very often it's an eco in these sort of rounds for a CT side, especially on Vertigo. But you know what? They got themselves a 2 for 2 early on. That's interesting. Lucky's still holding for the possibility of players pushing down, and he takes Story, but is he aware of a second? Materis will not swing for now. As a bomb plant comes through, they won't be aware he's here.
He's so worried, though, about Lucky on the flank. So Rostos needs to take the first contact, and he gets domed instantly. And now Materis' position, whilst it's good for the first, it was Story's brought his AWP over as well. So has got to be a little bit careful here with Lucky about to be boosted on Gravity's head. Story adjusts in the nick of time. And now we can look for even more on these stairs. Utility raining out 35 seconds. This has to be the commitment from 3D Max. Or does it? They've pulled rotates. And with Jocko's previous space on ramp, they're trying to exploit A, but they're being so loud about this that sAw haven't really had to move too much.
Yeah, I mean, Jocko took the space, but then fell back with his teammates, right? They've changed plan. If they just straight up win the duels, it doesn't matter. Materis looking a little bit cold early doors, and Roman fighting for his life. 2 versus 2, but Arrowsdos is still here. 1v1. Story, who was originally on B, is now on A. Bomb plant in the smoke, and Story finds it with the sidearm. sAw get off the mark in Pro League
to get them in. So after part utility is not great, but at the same time, weaponry doesn't really favor sAw. They're trying to deny the bomb at every single circumstance. 30 seconds, Exercise finds the AWP. That's huge because now Gravity can stick the digits.
Yeah, on low HP as well, just about getting away with it. He might just have to stay on default, to be honest. The MP9 will have so many bullets firing through. Maka in a very powerful position toward the sandbags with the AWP, but the SMGs are running riot. And they're having to win these pure angels because, of course, sAw have no utility in this one. It might give Lucky a chance or Exercise. The answer's no. Defuse will come through and sAw get their second.
And this is exactly what Exercise is holding for. Materis, if he goes around that corner, he's probably a dead man walking. Might even swing. Now he's seen the nades fall out from Exercise. And in fact, the fight comes straight to him. But Flash catches him right at the last moment. 3D Max yet again opposing problems on 2 sides of the map.
Yeah, so many occasions we see that CT side go aggressive, like you say, while they're throwing utility, and maybe a little bit of early BO3, early tournament nerves there for Materis and from sAw as a whole, it feels like. In that sort of situation, so often maybe you'd see Materis be the player pushing forward.
Maka as well. I don't think Jocko's ever called, but I guess he doesn't need to when there's so many players that are just contributing ideas. Fun push for sAw, immediately aggressive, and that accelerates the play in towards mid, straight into the crossfire of Materis' Story, but they get one apiece. B bomb site, it's open for now, but Jerks is already on the flank, being held by Lucky, but is he ready for Roman as well? Yes, he is. Doesn't need to commit to the fight, but he wins it out anyway.
This is going to be tough for Materis. Gets one. That push again.
Yeah, I don't know if I like this with 25 seconds, though, because you've just given out an opener. Now, Jerks has to hit some bangers with the Deagle. He'll fall back away towards sandbags at the bare minimum, and Jocko won't really have time to clear this. AWP, far, Jerks strikes from sandbags. Suddenly, it's a 2-on-4, and Mac is also overwhelmed. Jerks have done absolutely everything in this round. Keep sAw alive. So if you get a little bit of a buffer here for sAw, then there's definitely a lot to work with. Re-smoke over towards Gap, but Maka on the angle deals with Story in towards Elevator. And that's his bell rung immediately. A lot more faster scaling up towards A. And Exercise, this creates a lovely little window for him to strike in mid.
Ah, the Vertigo mid lurk. A bane of many a CT side. Are they going to consider it? Roman's certainly not. He's flashing himself through the elevator smoke. Exercise could have 2 kills on his plate here. How does he play it? There's one instantly taken. Doesn't play trigger discipline, but it doesn't matter because it allows his teammates to work their way up. Nuteris tries to fight for his life, though. Does really well to get 2. Unfortunately, it could be in vain. Arasdos is 1 versus 3. The spam through heaven, and he gets taken out.
It's better than the Mag 7, which can either be a killing machine or, in my experience, it's 13 in 1. Yeah. I did 9 in 1 the other day. That was just fantastic. Although, hang on. Fast up A, Jocko overwhelmed, and the XM also dealt with by a Tech 9. sAw, they've got their way in, they've got the plant, and Gravity also dealt with. Gun barrel spotted, Jerks was out for blood. He wants even more.
So, yeah, very interesting. sAw have a lifeline and a great opportunity, and Roman will even remove that M4 from the equation too. So there we go. We know it's double eco territory.
Jerks now starts to get a little bit interested. The investment in towards a ramp is becoming a little bit more problematic now for 3D Max, because as his utility is about to be dropped, Jerks might swing, and Jocko dealt with.
Frustrating for Jocko. Need a great performance now from Lucky, but the flash comes through. Tries to escape toward Gap. It's not a safe place to be, and Maka might have to fight through the fire and flames to return this one, but then the black part of the scope, of course, unsighted. Doesn't see that Story's already on his left. 2 versus 3. Sure, there might be a smoke kit on Exercise, but you need to find a kill within the next, I don't know, like 10, 15 seconds if you're ever going to consider this one. If Roman finds this frag on toward Exercise, it should be enough. They try and stop the AWP from being saved, and Story deals with it beautifully. And guess what? We mentioned the amount of cash. Gravity, oh, I like this. He's got the rifle in play. The M4A4 trying to fight. And actually, to be fair, he does really well to hit a dink on Story. That activates the pistols to rush down for the trade. So on this low investment, Jocko's recovered the M4. He's got Kevlar in this round. Even though Materis is in a really strong position here as they work their way through mid with Roman. The 2 veterans of sAw. There's a chance they could do something if they fight together, and in comes Jocko. Just 2 left for sAw. What a round this would be for 3D Max to win. Sees them pop out mid behind the smokes. Jocko trying to fight for his life. And the bullets though, and that smoke's about to be blown open. Roman, oh, does he see the USP on his left? He's fighting between 2 players, and he gifts Jocko a duel. It activates him to spray for more, and that is a massive quad kill for the French side. If sAw could fight their way back to a win after being 8-4 down at the half, that would be incredible for them. Oh, Exercise to reveal his position. Wow, he does so well to get 2 still. And guess what? Maka's managed to take Jerks as well. You mentioned he's the gap lurk, the gap aggressor. Well, he's been stopped this time. It's just Story and Roman remaining. They have a free-ish B-side. The rotation is very quick here for 3D Max. There's a chance for a plant, but look at the utility that could come firing in. They've got a flash to play aggressive. They've got a nade to do that. It's blown open the smoke. Roman is 11 HP off the back of that. He does well to find a frag, but now his teammate has been taken down. Still fighting brilliantly. And 3D Max need to be careful they don't pick one by one here. It's been an expensive round, and in the end, Roman's efforts, it's a very nice try, but go unrewarded. 11 for the French side.
1 or 2 extremity players, whilst having that free rifle to be a lot more flexible based on the reaction happening in real time. Exercise volleyed off initially, and that's a fantastic angle from a Rostos.
Yeah, tiny bit of inexperience there from Gravity. It's the only sighting we've seen of that in the entire game so far. He's been really good on his Pro League LAN debut, and Exercise, no, he's fumbling with utility, trying to keep himself as safe as possible, but in doing that, does the complete opposite. Gets caught with his pants down, and now Lucky, exact same thing will happen to him. You jerks, what a second that is on Maka. The immediate hit back, Brandon.
And that's the round. Yeah, it's just literally 2 entries on B that come from one player being caught out of position, I guess, twice, because Exercise is not ready for Rostos to be so close. There's that shadow again. Jocko just trying to hold on and do as much damage as possible. Ultimately, doesn't really matter now on the T side. They've built up a bank. We can gush all about VP all we want, but I want to focus in now on round 22 because it's a very important round. Story taking initiative, gets tagged by the molly. In fact, that's Muterius as well, and they got to fall back. Jerks is on 4 HP. Despite grabbing the control.
Can be a bit of a launch into the unknown when you put yourself in that position on this map, of course. But look at this little look around the smoke from Story. Oh, there was a chance at a second. Gravity trying to answer back. There are flashes in play. And Jerks will eventually get taken down. And what a reaction that is from Jocko. Muterius probably should have got that kill. Arosdos fighting back, though. And he's managed to fall back. Can Roman get his kill in mid? No, he can't. Gets timinged on the swing by Exercise. And 3D Max could be about to reach map point here. 20 kills on the board for Jocko. He's low HP, needs to make sure he gets away. Arosdos creeping up on his 19 HP, and there's the find. It's a headshot to boot, and it's a clean 1 versus 1, but it's not clean for Arosdos because he's not got much health to work with, and Exercise is flanking, Brandon.
This is a really fast flank as well. Arosdos not going to be aware of it. You can see that he's clearing up towards CT and elevator. If he burrows his way in towards CT, then that makes things really difficult for Exercise. Jiggle spotted information, and now Rostos can creep even closer. Exercise throwing utility, but it's a Rostos with the shot.
3D Max looked in such a great position, but they could be about to get caught out again. Jerks knows how to play with the gap angles. We all know it. This round, Jocko didn't. Great find. Maka is forced to smoke the molly as well. The rotations might be good toward A. Jerks, the utility. Roman's nade deals with Maka in the end. Maka hasn't had a chance to get into this round at all. Tagged straight away, forced away, naded away. And Story will find one more as well. Quick trade, and suddenly out of nowhere, it's all down to Gravity.
I mean, they can just go B. Look, Rostos has just walked through that. Obviously deemed it clear. Now he's in the back lines. Gravity faking that he's moved away just in case Jerks runs through the smoke. He's probably got an inkling that this bomb is now destined for the other site. He can win this kill and isolate fights. That's the way back in. Or he'll probably just save, to be honest. Find the AWP. There it is. Gravity's out of there, but that's sAw up to map point.
What a fight back from sAw.
Players can often hide behind it to try and get a little bit of an off angle, but not for Jerks. He knows all too well how much utility has landed on Muterius, by the way. There's so much going on. It's a Rostos that burns alive, and suddenly Muterius, he's trapped in the corner.
Down. And after the heroics he's been putting in the last couple of rounds, maybe there's a chance. Big difference in the latter aspects of this round. Maka's in position, though. Doesn't matter when Story's here. What a clear and what a shot. 4 versus 4, minute to go.
And you've still got players on extremities here if you're sAw. You do not need to commit in towards this A play. Muterius is now gutting out B. We'll come toe-to-toe with Gravity. So it really depends on the outcome of that fight. But notice how he's already saying into the microphone, this could end B. You could walk back. Suddenly, information goes both ways. Roman also gets a glimpse of the MP9s, and that's where they start to push in. That's the activation point. Jerks up high, and the bomb needs to be recovered and scarpered.
25 seconds. Muterius is obviously in a fantastic position, but Gravity's come through. Story, a collateral, but through his teammate. Bomb plant will come through toward A to win the game or send us to overtime. MP9 jumping through. Story finds one. It's very nervy now. Gravity, the new boy, pushing up close. Tech9 is out and he finds it. Story couldn't complete the map and Gravity saves the day for 3D Max. What a round 24 that was. Incredible stuff. Anyway, 50 seconds. The round at hand. sAw are working their way toward B, and they're just going to be flashing their way through. Generator is isolated. Arosdos looking to entry.
I tell you what, it's not him, but he grabs the space and it forces Exercise into the fight. Jocko can only go 1 for 1. Suddenly, it's a 4-on-3 and the bomb already locked in. Gravity on the flank will deal with Muterius, and that's a threat in the backline suddenly sAw need to accommodate for. The answer for them is to push further forward in towards CT CT spawn. Maka looking over the wisps of the smoke. Will find Jerks, and suddenly all the kills are coming through. Gravity with that backstab, and it's an exceptional.
Yeah, I mean, their health was low anyway,
Max.
so actually I thought they might have just won the duel straight up, but the insurance policy of Gravity coming in on that flank, so comfortable in the end for 3D Max, and it's funny, isn't it? It's funny. Roman's still looking for it, and that is a really important headshot. Gravity down. Playing a bit more aggressive and be feeling like he can do so now after the confidence built up in the last couple of rounds. Gets humbled a little bit, and now Lucky, well, he's got a job to do. Jocko is mollied out of sandbags. Matiris will deal with him. 5 versus 3, Ujerk's on his way, and Jocko is more stuck than a stuck thing. Honestly, he has done incredibly well to get 2 on the spin. Actually gives 3D Max a glimmer of hope here. Of course, they've got kits. They have what could be critical flashbang on Maka, but it's sAw in a 3v2.
Yeah, this one's way more difficult. Way more difficult. Another re-smoke over towards the right-hand side of site. Maka peeking over the top just to try and find anything, and sAw are going to give them absolutely nothing. Story holding on the angle. Maka will present himself in towards headshot, but time's running out, gents. You've ultimately got to give this a look in and really stick the bomb. And with Roman locking in that kill, sure, Maka gets a consolation prize, but it will be sAw locking in that round immediately. All level once more. Crisis averted on another retake.
This level can do. It's all about land now, and they're trying to deal with it in a completely different scenario, different surroundings.
Timing on that smoke is impeccable from Exercise, and this has been a very common theme from sAw. As soon as they lose players on A, they immediately reset, but the pacing of this is a lot faster. Arostos burning alive to his own incendiary. That is so rough, but Roman is still carving out heads. Eviscerates this bomb site clean open. It's a 3-on-3.
Once they've taken the B bomb site, though. What a weird situation. It could be very similar for 3D Max on the retake. Story on Matiris now last alive. Neither of them above 40 HP. This HG is going to be solid. And there they go. Great retake from 3D Max. That would have been wild if it was 2 in a row. Gravity boosted up in middle, looking for the AWP of Story. What a find. And there are so many players in for Matiris spots in mid to try and trade that it's not possible for him to do anything. And now Arasdos standing up. Oh, he's got himself 2. It was almost 3. That pathing was so good from Arasdos. He really tried his best on that one. Again, we have an afterplot on B. Again, we have low HP in play. This time it's the other way round. It's 3D Max. Walking wounded. Lucky 1. Maka 51. Gravity 20. Of course, sAw gonna try their best on this one. They have an all-important smoke for the plot. This could get weird and wacky now. Flash over the top. Superb. Sends Lucky in. Why not when he's 1 HP? It puts it all down to Roman. Is he just going to jump on the defuse? He is. He's holding it. Knives are out. They can't find him. Surely not. Oh, my word. Last second knife for Maka. You can see it in the player cam. Huge sigh of relief. And 3D Max gets some map points.
This is sAw's potential last stand. 2 perfect rounds of CS. Otherwise, the map they battled so hard to get back in for eludes them once more.
Super aggressive. Always he gets swung on. You could see it coming, but of course he couldn't. Jocko will take that kill. Matiris, the leader of sAw, fighting for his life. That's a great recovery kill. This is a bit different for 3D Max though, Brandon. 3 walking mid, 2 here to defend for sAw. No.
Oh.
Yeah.
Just immediate, isn't it? Just an immediate decapitation, and suddenly you can feel the walls really closing in, especially with this util. Maka even goes through the smoke to confirm that Mutiris is a dead man walking. Roman, the only source of hope, and he gets mollied off the angle instantly. They need to join forces. Roman and Story need to come together and make the tether a bit tighter. So peeks his way towards top headshot. It's Story that then hits the deck. Roman versus Free. He gives up his position with the incendiary, and another flashbang spells potential disaster here. 3D Max will just about lock in the map. It takes overtime here in Vertigo, but they do it. 16-13 on the 51 floors. And sAw have kept all their util. And he's still waiting patiently to drop it. Finally, after the first essence of contact, they will go in, but Jocko already deals with jerks, and there is that Roman collection from Lucky. So suddenly you're thrown into a retake here for sAw. 3-on-4, sure, it's achievable, but you need to get past all of these players that are now encroaching in. Good find from a Rosdos, and the third player in Story is late to arrive.
A slight overface there from Jocko. These rounds on pistol rounds especially can get out of hand, but Gravity's got a nice angle. He's playing it so calmly. Doesn't shoot when he sees that barrel come past the angle. Makes sure he gets a clean shot on the bonce. Story's taking some bonces now, but he needs 2 more, and that is not going to happen. Lucky finds it. 3D Max looking like a really solid unit so far today.
I feel like there's going to be a lot more consistency there for 3D Max, potentially. We'll have to see how it plans out. Missed nades, but it's not the end of the world because Roman is still standing in the fire and the flames. In fact, he's brought down so incredibly low, and Macca's SMG will finish the job.
To the corner of the half wall, and so frustrating for Roman.
Maybe it's just for the... You get a CZ clip. It's like, oh, that's rare. That's nice. Obviously, that's definitely not the reason why.
Yeah.
It's just comfort.
Been a long while since you've seen something like that from that sort of pistol. The 5.7, however, is the opposite. Look at this flash play coming into a banana. They actually get a 2-for-1. Really nice from sAw until Gravity answers back with Jocko's help. That is really good from 3D Max. Not letting sAw retreat with an advantage. Stopping them at the first point of call.
Ooh. Jocko's got to be careful, but I guess he does get the best of Story at the very end. That could have been a little bit disastrous if the bomb drops at Mutira. And I feel like 3D Max is a team that have got a lot of LAN players.
Yeah, they might not have as much recent experience, what I said about the 5.7, as Materis. He actually could take everyone down to the bomb here.
Go on.
This is worth it. Oh, Gravity just about survives. Composed start that they've had to Pro League so far is kind of showing what we hope from them.
Oh, that's a good find though, although it goes both ways. Lucky immediately trades back out onto Roman.
And that's going to allow sAw to get into position. There's still going to have to be some flashes through a smoke and some double swings. And talking of that, well, that's exactly what we see. That is brilliant from you, Jerks, and a great supportive flash as well. Gravity's trying his best, but Arasdov says, no bomb plant for you. Once again, 2 players on the B site for sAw. And once again, Story realizing that he might have to rotate early. 35 seconds.
Flashbang. Oh, going to be thrown, but Story just takes full advantage. That smoke doesn't quite land. Story's hitting everyone. A triple threat from CT. Exercise can't do anything to get involved in this site. And that's the round shut down there and then.
45 seconds. 3D Max seem to have been balked in the last few rounds, and they could be about to go into Story once again. Oh, nice little jiggle out, but of course he's got Materials to support. Can Story somehow get away? The answer's no. As soon as he misses that opening shot, it's impossible to do much from there. But Arasdos on the side, he's got a low HP player crossing the angle. Can he do more? He can do more than more. He almost takes it all. He does take it all. What a quad kill from Arasdos. The sweet rice is cooking. 3 players looking to fight for it. This will now fall away, but Story's got some nice timing. And don't forget, this is a gun round for 3D Max, and it's always so demoralizing. When you have a buy like that, you're trying your best to fight for Banana, you're trying your best to push the defenders away. You just get picked off by the AWP, and already on the back foot straight away. Now, I'm going to work through long very quickly off the back of it, though, and Ujux will get caught on the line, but Story's rotation is solid. Immediately gets one, but that is a really big kill from Maka. It's now all down to Arasdos in pit. Can he do it again? Tapping away calmly, but it's Exercise to best him on this occasion, and Story is getting peppered. Even though the smoke is blown up slightly, they're going to cross, and the plant should come through.
at least he's bought enough time for Roman to get in here. A very quick flanking towards the apartments. If he can find Maka, this potentially is everything because they could line up as well at Graveyard. It's the reload. Exercise now spotted, and Roman hits another. Lucky now caught between two different angles. Molly cuts the bomb site in half, and he now needs to adjust. Needs to peek and fight these players in separation. There's Roman, and there nearly falls down Story. sAw just about collect it, but 3D Max, you feel like that's a round they flubbed.
When you're in an after plant on the T side, I've got lots of control this time, 3D Max. The question is whether they can take advantage of it, or if they're just going to let the smokes dissipate and give sAw a chance to battle back. Ujerks only has 46 HP to work with in this scenario, and then Asdos will swing past the Molly. He's been so good from that position so far, and Ujerks actually does great to find one. And Roman will make sure his teammate doesn't get caught. This is a much cleaner round again from sAw. We saw some close ones. My guy, Asdos, has a 5 KD. He's loving life at the moment. And he could be about to do some more. And he's to be careful he doesn't get caught from apartments, though. Right now, he's kind of solo. And as you can see, he takes a lot of damage from the waterfall. And Jocko will get the trade. And Materis is caught by Lucky. It's always the way Counter-Strike works, isn't it? Sometimes it's these rounds that you finally find a way to win. And with Story 20 HP, I'm getting the impression, I mean, they are sticking around, but they're going to have to hit some dirty shots.
I mean, you always give this a look in, I feel like, especially with the money that you've got. Jerks ahead of all utility, and suddenly Story's hit a no-scope. It's a 2-on-2. Jocko's the only one with a primary weapon here, with Lucky on the sidearm, elevates from balcony, trying to provide overwatch, and does, in the form of deleting Story. Bomb needs to be stuck, and therefore the time can just be played out. 3D Max win the round by the skin of their teeth.
Yeah, there's no saving that up, Roman. Well done, Lucky. Just make sure the clock expires, and that is a great way to get to stop the rot, pretty much, to a 7-5 half.
Ooh, potentially, especially with Lucky finding Roman, but that's not Jerks. He's been killer on this B bomb site. Drops the molly, and now actually spotted on his retreat. Could be caught out as well, with Lucky going over the top of oranges, but it's Jerks on top of Church. Grabs one and can find everyone. I thought he was stuck. I thought he was going to be overwhelmed. No, instead, he takes down everyone, infiltrating his bomb site. B site belongs to Jerks, and in fact, he might just get the whole bloody lot. It's a Rostos to lock it in, but it's Jerks with 4, and it's sAw with 8 at the half. 8 rounds, and this is normally the unfavorable side for them if you take a look at the stats. Hello, this is fun. Lucky has got a kill, and suddenly the entirety of 3D Max are running down mid. Materis overwhelmed. Lucky's found another. This is explosive to kick things off, but Jerks is yet again fighting his way out of these situations. And between him and a Rostos, sAw with the pistol anyway.
He's just got a triple on the pistol. What is this? But problem is, how can he play alongside Gravity with the M4? He's going to have to hop away. Maka's going up really close here. Here we go. XM Gaming. Ooh. Chance of the second, not this time.
I rate it. I appreciate it, Maka. You've got one, and that's pretty much all you could guarantee, because you've also kept the rotate of Lucky over towards B. sAw about to bundle their way, but Lucky full blind just spams and is able to collect the kill. Jocko now tucked in. They're not ready for him. They completely overlook his angle, and he strikes for nearly the entirety of that sAw roster. A Rosdos 1v3. He's been good, but now he needs to be absolutely fantastic. Bomb faked out, and now the time is running low. Lucky knows this, and in fact, just confirms
comfortable. And yeah, I mean, don't forget, played over the top. Goes Jocko down to 67 once again, and we're going to brawl for Banana, of course. Materis will deal with Jocko, but in comes Lucky, and he knows he's got someone pinned on the left.
Maka being a little bit impatient there. Thought there was a slight gap in the incendiary he could exploit. Instead, Lucky needs to drop one of his own. Deep grenades to soften up these players, and in fact, finish the deal on Materis. And Amaka slides in yet again. Close quarters XM gaming, but on the other side of the map. And of course, he answers the call.
Just jiggling with these angles, being such a nuisance. If he gets the pump first, there's a chance. Not this time, though. So it's down to Arasdos and Roman. In a 2 versus 3, but Lucky is the only one here, trying to waste as much time as possible for his teammates' rotations, and he can do more than that. He's managed to get 1 and 2. And even though he only had 38 HP, he survives it with 11 to spare. 2 Galils, 3 AKs, plenty of utility. 3D Max, because of the money that they've been farming up in the last few rounds, Maka does have his AWP in play this time. This is incredibly stuck. Has to go for a straight-up duel. Goes straight into Lucky and Jocko. Yeah, basically, he needs to be flash support. Maka is in trouble. And now he's dinged. 62 HP to spare. This is going to be running him down, and Roman takes it. Suddenly, this round has switched. They're going to have the bomb plant on B. They may have good utility. They've got an incendiary, a couple of flashes, nades, and plenty of kits. But this is not easy. Story smartly gets in a reload with that 1 bullet to spare, so he can now fight for his team's life. Nade can come through. That could catch both of them. Oh, the damage is so significant, but Story is once again stepping up. 2 kills already, makes it 3. Only 8 health. Oh, I was feeling the flick, and Exercise has got a kit. It's fine for 3D Max, but sAw make it close again. Staying put near sandbags. Now, he should really only get 1, if not 0 from this position. There is the 1. He's got 2. sAw just shifting into the angle, gifting Jocko multiple opportunities.
Over the top, trying to offset Maka if he was here with the AWP. Instead, he isn't. It's Gravity and Lucky looking to hold down with 2 flashbangs as sAw with 25 seconds commit B.
Right click over the top. That's a lovely first. And actually holds down mouse 1 for the second. There's a reason he does that.
Are they wrapping A here? Are they going to go through spawn? No. Instead, they're going to go through their own library smoke. But the flash tries to create a little bit of a diversion, but Exercise and Gravity, they're in really powerful long-range angles, and you can see that Gravity's immediately overlooked. Needs some help, though, and that's where Exercise alleviates a little bit of pressure, but the Tech-9's up close. They do find a way into the site.
I was worried of this, but Ujox pops his head up. Maka will take that invitation every day of the week. And now Story, he may have an M4 picked up, but he's got no armor on this one. Trying to play the headshot angle and does really smartly. Jocko is low, don't forget. Story trying his best with this. More damage to Jocko. He's taken him. It's down to Maka, but Story takes them all with no armor and a P250. 2 MP9s in play. Oh my goodness, look at this timing. They made their way out the balcony through the smoke. This is going to be ridiculous. It's an absolute massacre. We're down to a 2v2 out of nowhere, but of course, because it's out of nowhere, but because it's so quick.
That's because Arosdos is in pit, his favorite angle in this first half, and Story on the site. That nade just gets rid of Jocko, and Lucky, whilst he's been phenomenal, would need to clutch up in a spectacular manner. The flashbang completely alienates him from where he is, and sAw will find map point. They want this to go the entire distance. At least they've got the French weapon for the French team. Exercise, though, can't put it to good use. Gravity has slid in towards the bedroom, hoping to, well, potentially grab a Rostos. Instead, Roman's on the balcony. And I feel like these are the dominoes just slowly falling. How?
Multi-fragging like a maniac, like a machine. Maka may get a freebie here. Actually, they do need to be a little bit careful because Arasdos is low. Maka, no way! 3 with the FAMAS. He's pulled out the 5.7. If that's a pistol you want in this situation, I'm sure it is. He's found 4. And the bomb's on the ground in mid with 16 seconds on the clock. Is he going to let Ujox cross? He is. He needs to win this one, but Lucky stops him. If that's the way you put forth your impact frags to make a difference in a map, then goddamn. Jocko and Lucky will team up on Ujox. Already, they've taken a kill. You mentioned that sAw, of course, are fully invested. If they go down in this round, you've got a great chance of another overtime. And look at the damage being taken. Aye, aye, aye.
Surely not like this. Surely not like this. Rostos was going like 20-4. And suddenly you're staring up just against the prospect of being overwhelmed. They're returning back to where this all happened for them, though, on the low buy. The low investment. Maka, shoulder spotted, kill not collected, but Jocko will find one, and then Gravity steps in. It's a really effective crunch.
Goodness me. Gravity almost shot his teammate in the midst of the madness there as well, if you may have noticed. Yeah, Arostos makes sure he doesn't go down after time. It's really important he gets at least some of the loss bonus here.
Rostos is now very much aware of it, but he now ready for Jocko on and off angle. So far, deep down Banana. Lucky can even jump spot to take first contact. It's Jerks on the swing with the Mac-10.
Random on
Kills are not collected from both parties. Jocko needs to get out, or maybe he doesn't, because Lucky finds the kill on Jerks.
I'm scared. What's on the horizon? Nothing is a certainty in this game, seemingly. Gravity, the new boy, he's got 3 players on the other side, gets 1, but switches to utility. Thankfully, Maka is there. 4 versus 2, switches to the AK, standing his ground. Story will try an entry, and does.
So doable right now. Story needs to clear his corner, needs to check this angle and doesn't, overlooks it, and that gives Exercise the opportunity yet again.
Lucky, jump spotted Story. But they try in the process of that to hard clear Jocko. Jocko's been pretty impactful the last few rounds, being a nuisance bottom Banana over and over again. A sAw gonna fall at the overtime hurdle again. It's Exercise. I said he had a quiet game. He got both to take us here. He's got another double in overtime itself. Materis and Story trying to play together, trying to play the trade game. But look who's about to play the trade game. Maka in pit. They know there's a close sight player. Oh, Maka, no! It's very wobbly, but it's okay now. Pulls out the USP. I was scared for a second, but 3D Max are back in the lead. Incredible.
That didn't look good.
You know what? I'll trust you on that one. Materis finds Maka in the following round.
Bounces off a tile on the roof. Roman might still find Gravity here. Gravity presents himself, and that gives sAw an opportunity. Foot spotted as well from Lucky, which means that yet again, a lot of reliance is placed on Exercise. Behind
the truck, or showed his position, doesn't look ready for apartments, and is not ready for apartments. Lucky only finds 1, and it's a 1v3 for Jocko. He's miles away. He's, of course, the B player. sAw, know that. And just like Vertigo, it's funny, isn't it? We are evening up at 13 all again. Of course, that is when 3D Max pulled clear after that. But so far, the script is very similar. Jocko definitely wanted to give it a go. I mean, he absolutely can have a look to see if he can tap down the first. If he did, I think he would have tried. But of course, an AK to save in overtime is pretty precious, especially on CT side.
Boom.
And Jocko, oh my goodness. It's so nervy, and he's not to know what's on the other side of this. And yes, he was lost inside of it. He was lost in the source. And Ujex takes him out.
Nearly gets the best of him with nades in his hands, but instead, it goes the other way. Lucky from Fountain chimes in with Maka, and the B defense holds for 4 kills. And Arostos on this lurk can only sit back and collect Exercise.
Well, obviously, he's going to give this a go, but Maka's about to hold the line. Will miss the shot. And unfortunately, with 30 seconds on the clock, that Molotov, just to put a stop to things. I'm not counting a Rosdos out of anything in this game. Flash over the top. They are kind of split up right now. Obviously, they're not wanting to fight. And 13 seconds, they should realize one of them could just run away at this point. The CT player, I think, should be running away here. 9 seconds. They are hiding, and that's the correct choice, and there shouldn't be a problem. It's a great reaction, but 2 seconds, and as I said, Lucky is making sure he's hiding.
14. It's 2-1, and it's Arostos in the smokes. He's right behind them all. Oh, this could be a sick play. They're not ready for him. They line up as well. Rostos collects 2. It's a bit nervy, but he grabs it.
Okay, 5 versus 2 this time. This is where 3D Max pulled clear in map 1's OT on Vertigo. sAw are keeping it close now. Arasdos has reached 31. I mean, this is insane. He's just making individual plays, which are incredibly successful for his team. He finally will get put out of the round, but Gravity will shift into Story, and Exercise is left last alive. 14 all it is, and just like Vertigo, it's global offensive fashion to see who gets to 16 first, or if we go ever further. Bomb dropped on long, still watched by Story. He's trying his best to fake out the shot, and actually, hang on a second. Can Exercise hop away? Surely not. He knows the AWP's there. Oh, he tried to foon it away, but not to be. Story catches him on the angle. 14 all. Arasdos in a power position. And once again, he'll take an opening kill. Gravity. Maka trying to pounce. He's got teammates coming in from Apps, and actually they do go 1-for-1, and Jocko, don't ask me how, he's got a second. Story's under a lot of pressure now. He needs one more, really. So close on Lucky. But Lucky takes it. And despite the health on Exercise, when it's a 2v2 on a bomb site on Inferno, you always feel like you have a very slight advantage. If sAw go through these smokes on a timing, that could be crazy. And Exercise actually does go 1-for-1 as well. It's all down to Lucky versus Roman. Roman on the timing, Lucky on his timing. And 3D Max have map and series point. The HE smacks Lucky right on the neck. Of extra damage, takes him down to 40, but Materis, that is a bit of a misplay top mid, isn't it? Oh no. sAw. Oh, he just changed his mind back again. Roman needs one. He gets one, and he's still hiding as well. That's incredibly impressive. And Story has found his kill too. And Arasdos is still hiding in pit. They didn't know. And he'll even get the last as well. He's hit 35, and we've hit 15 all. Map point and series point. We'll have to wait for another overtime, perhaps. A little boost up. They try and send Roman top banana. He tries to clear every single angle possible, but that just makes it an easy kill for Lucky.
I think the rooftop blocks Lucky's sort of view of the flash. Fast play in towards Boiler now, but Story will find Exercise. They think that creates a gap over towards long, and they'd be right. They might even wrap in towards B. Story now gets ahead of that info, but now the crunch is on. How many players are up banana? It's just Lucky. Muteris on the boost will clear him, and now all eyes can turn back towards CT. Muteris needs a couple, and he has found 2 at the bare minimum. With Jocko low.
Wow.
Maka clearing out Story. This round has completely turned on its head.
Okay, Arasdos 1 versus 2. If there's one man you'd want, it's him. Has he been spotted out? Big swing incoming. Maka on the line. Very hard angle to face if you're the CT side. But Arasdos finds it, and Jocko's health is so low. He's got an HE, but of course he'll pick differently. Oh, the balls from Jocko. He peeks while the utility is being thrown, and that's perhaps the only way.
It's the pace out of 3D Max that completely catches sAw unawares. They draw first blood in an important T-side round. We said it might be dictated by the T-sides. I didn't think that would be the case now, but Lucky's found 2 openers. This is a good decision made by sAw, though, at the very least, when it comes to juggling like their defense. Story, the only player present, but that means that he can be alone because he's wielding the AWP. So he'll find Lucky, and now suddenly you've got this crossfire between Pit and Mini Pit.
Oh, well, I know there's a certain man here by the name of Arasdos, and don't ask me how he still finds one. This time, though, the second player is Materis! Oh, the captain steps up. Captain fantastic for sAw.
Nuh-uh. No, there isn't. Completely overlooked his Muteris, and he saves sAw's bacon, at least for now. Hello.
What?
Oh, Lucky knows it.
God damn.
You could afford to be nitpicky, though, because it is so closely contested.
Wow.
That swing comes at the perfect timing, and yet again, the victim is Gravity. This commits 3D Max into this B play. Mutiris is going through the smokes, but so too a 3D Max. What is happening right now? That's nearly a team kill. Instead, Lucky finds Mutiris, and Roman's still on the back site in amongst all of this.
Surely they know. Maybe they don't.
No, they don't.
Lucky gets taken down. Roman can still do it all. Oh, it's so close. And then that's when Maka holds CT for Story's rotation. Not a huge amount of damage. I mean, if Roman commits to it, there is a chance if he gets the right angle. Oh, you just ahead of the smoke. Maka has to be ready, and that is a great shot to take. Lucky to step forward for more as well. We want to put this series to bed. We'll fall back toward the back of the site. Position. Flashes will come over. Great catch in Matiris, but Story trades it. And look where Arasdos is. He gets 2 from Boiler. He's on 40 now. And it's a 2v2 once again. Jocko creeping forward. Story holding the line. Beautiful kill. And now Lucky, who has so often been the point man for 3D Max on this map, has to step up. Roman's crept forward to a very nice angle. I don't think Lucky's going to check it. Smart work from Roman there. It looks simple. So often we see it, right? I mean, it's just the fact of the matter at this state of the game, this time of the game. Madness is often the where we go. Oh my goodness, Jocko is reloading in the open, but he actually gets away with it. Wow, he's got teammate support. Lucky boy. I say lucky, it was planned. 4 versus 2. Mutiris and Arasdos. Trying to be extra careful here, 3D Max. They did flash into the angle to look for it a little bit quicker, but just hold the crossfires. Don't do anything too crazy, and there we go. Gravity, who has been struggling a little bit in the midst of the madness in this map, gets an important kill for him. And Mutiris knows that it's very likely 3D Max have another map and series point to come in.
But if sAw win this one round, then we go again.
Arasdos creeping forward in apps again, trying to do work again. Maka will get an opening kill. Again. New Jerks will go down, and this time it could be going their way pretty quickly. Gravity's fighting with a 5-7 out. Wow. 2v3 for sAw to try and answer back. And Exercise is lurking around. He could have a kill on the side. What's the timing like? Oh, no way. Matiris gets into apps just in time.
Yeah, but Exercise is ahead of it, though. Matiris isn't going to come back and check second mid. This should be a kill locked in for free, unless he walks out towards the balcony. He turns around, he considers it just for a moment. What? Oh, this is so weird. He's just tailing him. Surely Exercise has got this kill locked in. Mutiris has just spotted him as well. And that could be a guarantee. Instead, it's the adjustment, and it's Exercise closing the show. 3D Max do it in 2 in the most unlikely of circumstances.